Alright, what I want to do is just do a quick run through of my 360 collection. A lot of people, posting their videos of the 360 collection on YouTube, so figured I would just show off some of my games and some of the accessories and stuff that I have for the 360. So I hope you guys enjoy, and sorry if the camera's not great. Alright, first of all, not a really good game to start off your collection on, but I picked up this game for $3.99 from Burger King. Easy achievement points. That's really the only reason I got it. So yeah, not a lot to say about this game. Next game, Condemned Criminal Origins. It was, I believe, a launch title for the 360, and I didn't pick it up at launch. I actually picked it up a few years afterwards, a year and a half or whatever. Got it for like 20 bucks, so was worth the money. Really good graphics. And was a really good launch title, to be honest with you. I thought that the game was good, and even if it came out today, I think that it would still, hold up to some of the other horror survival games on the 360. And it's actually, from what I've heard, it's better than the second or the sequel. All right, next game is Blue Dragon. Some people were disappointed by this game. I thought it was decent. Definitely more of a hardcore RPG type of game. It's not something that you'd want to jump into if you never played an RPG. But if you're a fan of RPGs and you don't mind kind of grinding a little bit, good game and really good graphics. I believe the art style and some of the art was done by one of the drawers or somebody associated with Dragon Ball Z. But beautiful game. Next game, Burnout Paradise. Really, I like this game a lot. I wasn't as big on it as some people were, and I actually am more of a fan of the traditional Burnout games. This obviously took the series into the open world genre, but it's still a really good game. A lot to do in the game, and I haven't made a lot of progress in the game, but I do enjoy it when I pick it up. So it's definitely a game I'd recommend. Next game is Burnout Revenge, and actually I enjoyed this game more than Burnout Paradise, if you can believe that. But this is actually, I believe, a port of the Xbox PS2 version, but it might have been worked on at the same time as the PS2 and Xbox version. I don't remember, but definitely a really good game. And if it is a port, really well done port, beautiful graphics. It was an early generation game, and I think when it launched it was like $39.99, or maybe it fell to $39.99 shortly after that. But definitely a really good game. Next game is Call of Duty 2, and Call of Duty is the game that actually, the franchise that actually got me into the FPS genre and really got me excited about FPS games. This game's great. Definitely one of the better launch titles on the 360. Well, actually, probably the best launch title on the 360. And even if it was to come out today, would still definitely be one of the top games to come out. The online multiplayer was a lot of fun. This is the Game of the Year edition, which obviously I didn't pick this up when the original game came out, because the Game of the Year edition came out months after the original game came out, and added map packs, stuff like that, and a bonus DVD, whatnot. But really good game. Next game is Call of Duty 3. Definitely a disappointment by most people's standards. Some of the things it did well is that it really opened up the opened up the maps, larger maps. Added the vehicles back into the series for the online multiplayer, and added a lot more players into the mix for the online multiplayer. But I just didn't feel like it was well done, and one of the reasons is because of that little, I don't know if you can see it, but basically because it was done by Treyarch rather than Infinity Ward. But we'll see how they do with Call of Duty World at War. Next game is Crackdown, and many people are familiar with this game, if for no other reason than they purchased it because of the beta access for Halo 3. And actually, that was one of the reasons I bought it, obviously, but I enjoyed this game even more so than I did the access to the beta. I thought this was a great game, a lot of fun, really good open world style game. A little bit different than your traditional Grand Theft Auto. You play as a law enforcer. You collect orbs to kind of level up and to increase your abilities, or as far as jumping. And one of the things that was really cool about this game is the way you could scale these gigantic buildings. Eventually, you were scaling, the tallest buildings in the game, and it really got a sense of, scale. Next game is Dirt. Thought it was a great game. Really enjoyed, this game, and it was the first Colin McRae rally game that I purchased. But from what I have heard and been told, the Colin McRae rally games have always been really good games, done by Codemasters. Definitely worth picking up if you're into simulation style racing games. Next game is a newer one that I just purchased, was Fallout 3, done by Bethesda, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Never really got into that series, but I figured that this would be a good one to get into because I am more of an FPS fan. But you really don't want to play this game as a traditional FPS, although you could. It's just that you're not going to have a lot of success playing it that way. So you'll want to take more the RPG route. Next game is Forza 2, and really got into this game big time, especially the customization and the paint ability, the fact that you could do your own paint jobs on your vehicles. Thought that was incredible, and you can really see what you could do with this when you see some of the really talented people out there coming up with some incredible paint jobs that look lifelike. It was incredible. I wasn't that good, still not that good, but there's come with some pretty cool cars. Next game is Grid, another Codemasters racing game, but this one's a little bit more of an arcade style game than the Colin McRae game, which was Dirt. Definitely well worth the purchase. If you're a racing fan, game you should probably already played if you're a racing fan. But a lot of different modes, a lot of different vehicles, and some really good selection in this game. Next one is Guitar Hero 2. Obviously, nothing really needs to be said about this game. You got some really good really good soundtrack. That's what the game is. It's a giant, basically a giant CD that's interactive. It's a rhythm, action, music game, whatever genre. But really good game. Ghost Recon 2, Advanced Warfighter 2, actually. Definitely a really good game. Big fan of this series, and got into it with Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 1. Really enjoyed this game a lot. The multiplayer was a lot of fun. A little bit more tactical than your Call of Duties, but really good game. And as you can see, the sequel to the Game of the Year in 2006, but that's because there really weren't many games at the time when the first Ghost Recon came out for the 360. The next game is Peter Jackson's King Kong, another launch title. I felt like it was kind of crappy, but I guess if you picked this up at launch, you were probably happy to have a game because there obviously weren't a lot of games out. Easy achievement points though, and I definitely didn't pay full price for this. I picked it up well after well after it was released. Next game is Lost Odyssey. Definitely a really good game, good RPG game, a little bit more forgiving than Blue Dragon. Beautiful art style, adds a really cool dimension to the RPG genre, or not dimension, but can't think of the right term. But basically, you have this ring system, and what you have to do is, as a ring kind of overlaps the other ring, then you want to time it right. But it's kind of like a timing sequence, and if you time it right, your attacks are more powerful, or more effective. But really good game, pretty epic, and really get your money's worth out of it. Next game is Madden 06. Crappy launch title. Really bad job by EA Sports. They kind of removed a lot from the game to put it out on the 360. Graphically, it was good, but there wasn't much else to say about the game. you know, the football play wasn't good, but I picked it up for $3.99, or maybe it was less, I can't remember, and just did it for the achievement points. So that's really it. I'll continue my 360 collection on part 2.